Welcome to the first episode of the Bullshit Hour with your host David and other main hosts James and Steffi, aka Kitty or whatever else you feel like calling her at the time. We got two guests here today, Dwight and Kimmy. Now, if the main roster would please introduce themselves, we can get this show on the road.
Main roster?
You guys, you and Kitty, yeah.
Kitty cat.
Oh,
also,
Hi.
I think we need no further introduction.
This podcast will be satirical in nature. We will discuss news, politics, movies, basically anything that we find that we think our soon-to-be audience will find intriguing. We will accept suggestions on a Facebook inbox, which will be set up in the very near future once we get this first podcast up off the ground. So, in the description box below this video, we'll have links to various ways to contact us, and yeah. So, with no further ado, let's start out with the first thing that we're going to be discussing for the night, and that will be movies, cinema. Things that we've seen recently and feel are interesting enough to suggest to the rest of you. Oh, special guests, please introduce yourselves now. Kimmy. Kimmy.
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
solemn
Say
silences.
Say hello.
Okay then. Dwight, introduce yourself.
Dwight is on mute.
Dwight, you're still on mute. Do not make me take something and shove it up your ass live on the air.
I'm watching a show. I almost forgot this existed.
I will work you like a fucking puppet.
Oh.
Man.
Sounds like somebody had a smoked out moment.
Also, I forgot to introduce a very special co-star, my stethoscope.
Yep, your stethoscope is a very
That is all.
special co-star.
That's true.
So, guys, tell us about some movies
And
you've
girls.
seen recently. Yeah, guys and girls. Well, guys in the generic sense, but yes. Tell us about some movies that you've
Thank
seen
you.
recently. Some interesting movies that you feel are worth people watching if they haven't seen it already.
Ip Man 3.
Ip Man 3.
Yep.
You know, I still haven't seen any of the Ip Man series.
I feel sorry for you.
Can you believe that for years I thought it was IP Man? Like, no shit, I thought it was like a fucking
I
movie.
used to think that until I heard how it's actually pronounced.
It's like Ip Man, right? Like, that's the real way to pronounce it.
Well, yeah, there's like...
But yeah, like, I swear to God, for years, I thought IP Man was about, like, a dude working in the IT department at some business or some shit. No lie, like, that is exactly what I thought it was about. I had no idea.
No.
And that's the guy who trained Bruce Lee, right? Is it, like, supposed to be a
Yep.
true story? Like, shit that he actually did?
Some of the stuff is true. Obviously, it wouldn't be a very great series of movies if they didn't add some shit in.
Yeah, obviously they have to add some stuff into it. Okay, so Ip Man 3, that's one of the movies. What about you, Kimmy? What movies have you seen recently that you would suggest other people give a chance to check out?
It Lights Out.
What's that about?
It's basically a scary movie. I don't. Well, to be honest,
I've
while
been
I was
wanting
in
to
the
see that
movie
one
theater,
actually.
I was in the movie theater. I really didn't watch it because I was too scared. But
I'm not convinced.
Well,
Ooh,
that's
scary.
I mean, if you really like a scary movie, then I feel like you should watch it. It was really scary to me. Well, anything scares me, to be honest. But
Was it scary, like gory scary, or psychological thriller scary?
like gory, scary.
then
Oh.
I'm really
So,
not
like
sure.
Insidious.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really not sure that we can trust your judgment since you admittedly were not watching it for most of the movie.
Preoccupied.
Okay, so
She was
James,
scared.
what about you?
Well, the most recent movie that I have seen would, oh my goodness, probably have to be the new Deadpool movie.
Deadpool was
that
fucking awesome.
yes, it was, and I do appreciate the fact that Ryan Reynolds himself worked so hard on bringing the Deadpool character to the silver screen.
Oh yeah, you could
And
tell he
keep
really worked on getting into the mindset of Deadpool.
yeah, and then on top of that, keeping it true to the comics. I mean, down to the way Colossus looked. I mean, how he truly looked. How he looked, and then but at the same time, he's this big, massive metal mutant. But at the same time, he's a gentleman.
Yeah. And still Russian. He is not like the original X-Men movies that tried to make him American. Because Colossus was always Russian.
Yes, and I appreciate the fact that they took the time to actually pay attention to the details.
Oh yeah.
And put the details into the movie.
And Ajax, like really the only thing that was different about Ajax is the fact that instead of in the comics where he wasn't actually a mutant, he was technically like cybernetically enhanced. But it worked. It worked with him being like a standard mutant.
Yeah, I agree. And
like, as far as I mean, this is just like a really cool thing to have learned. Deadpool 2 coming out, I believe, either 2017 or 2018, something like that. They're already working on it.
Yes, it is. I believe it is. It's already in production.
Yeah, it was in pre-production when I read about it. They've already confirmed Cable will be in it.
Yes.
Cable.
And if you know anything about the comics, Cable
is the son of Cyclops. And
technically no. Well, technically
no,
yes, technically no. He is the son of Cyclops, but he's also the son of a clone of Jean Grey. And there is another Cable who was actually just sons of clones of Cyclops and Jean Grey. There's technically like 3 different Nick. What's the last name?
Oh no.
What is Cyclops' last name?
Summers.
Summers, yes. There's like 3 different Nick Summers. And also something very interesting that was in Apocalypse.
That I have not seen.
There was a callback scene to the comics when Apocalypse made his 4 horsemen, and that was a clue, possibly, that they were actually bringing in Cable. And that clue is that Apocalypse already had the technovirus. And what that is, well, basically, Apocalypse and Cable might be one and the same. They might be the same character. and it's been hinted at in the comics. In fact, there was even an entire story arc where Apocalypse tried to ensure that he went back to ancient Egypt to become him. But Apocalypse did not have the technovirus until Cable met him. So, the callback in the comic is when Apocalypse is altering Archangel and giving him, instead of the regular wings that we've all known in the X-Men movies, he gave him the metal wings. And not just the metal wings, but the metal wings that have, like, a poisonous thing in them. But they don't actually, like, say that in the movie. Like, they don't really show the effects because he doesn't really get to attack anybody with them. But, yeah, Apocalypse was an absolutely amazing movie. And unlike the old X-Men movies where Phoenix comes out later, it would appear that when okay, basically, like, there was a point when in the movie, either in this last movie or in the Days of Future Past, it was Days of Future Past, when the present, well, not present, but past Charles Xavier connected minds with the future Charles Xavier and learned of everything that happened in the past movies. So there was that part where their minds connected, and he learned everything that happened. And he learned who all of his main X-Men were, and everything that went wrong, everything that he did wrong. And that's why in Apocalypse, you actually do get to meet younger versions of Scott Summers and younger versions of Jean Grey. And you see him correcting some of his old mistakes. Like, instead of actually cutting off her powers, he leaves them alone and instead guides her. So that instead of having those psychic blocks that she had, she now is fully able to use the Phoenix Force whenever, but she doesn't know it's in her. And so you get to see a peek at it, and it's really interesting because you actually.
Well, it sounds to me like they're going in the next movie that they make, that they're really going to start developing the Phoenix character on the silver screen.
I mean, it'll be hard. It'll be hard to develop the Phoenix character into the Phoenix Force and shit like that just yet. What they're really doing is starting off X-Men and the team of X-Men with a fresh start. So they basically completely retconned all the events of X1 to The Last Stand. And yeah, so instead of Logan escaping the test facility in 2000, he is aided in escaping in the 80s by the X-Men and everything.
And so I heard something about a penis facility.
No.
I'm lost.
The facility at Alkali Lake that Logan was held at, that Wolverine was at.
Where they had the Weapon X program.
Yeah, where they had the Weapon X and Weapon 11 programs. That's
now I follow.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about mutant penises. I was so confused because I heard penis X and I was like, wait, what?
So, basically,
sorry.
Throughout the movie, you see Apocalypse in his full form, like the truest badass mutant ever. And it is so cool to see. And it's also so cool to see a human side to Magneto. You see, oh shit. I just had a major realization about the movie. And now I actually might have figured out why Scarlet Witch is not in existence. Even though in the comics, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are twins, in this one, let's just say there's some horrible shit that happens to Magneto and turns him evil again. Like, he went good, he turned away from crime and killing people after his failed attempt at killing the president. After that, he just leaves. He disappears for a while, off the grid. He gets found, shit happens.
That's a pretty good show.
And it's a pretty bad state of affairs. But getting back to Apocalypse, they really did him well. They did Apocalypse perfectly. And so, you see Apocalypse by the end of the movie, you kind of see fear. Like, you see a hint of fear when he finally meets the Phoenix. And it is the most badass fucking introduction to the Phoenix Force that I think there ever has been. Even in comics. I don't think that they did it that well in any comic that I can think of as far as storylines that I've read about or gotten to read. So, yeah, as far as X-Men Apocalypse, I would definitely say it's worth a watch, even though the fighting is very minimal.
Boo.
Any of you guys on here gotten to see Batman vs. Superman or Captain America? What was that again?
No, but I will go ahead and throw it out there that Henry Cavill is the best Superman ever. This man.
Agreed.
Thank you.
But yeah, so let's talk about the whole Batman vs. Superman and Captain America.
I personally have not seen those movies yet, so.
Yeah.
I personally have sticky toes right now because I spilled cherry coke on them.
Have either of the guests seen them, Dwight or Kimmy?
No.
Okay, well, I would definitely say, like, out of the last three...
Dwight's going to watch it right now.
Oh. Out of the last three superhero movies to be released, I'd say Batman vs. Superman ranks the absolute lowest. It's worth a watch, but definitely not a rewatch. Because it is just not very good. They tried to combine too many storylines into one movie. They had the Dark Knight Rises storyline. They had the storyline of Superman versus Doomsday. And the obvious conclusion for both storylines is Batman beats Superman, and Superman kills himself by beating Doomsday. Then they also tried to introduce the Justice League members, and it just kind of seemed forced. It kind of seemed like they were just trying to force these scenes into the movie out of nowhere, because they genuinely came out of fucking nowhere. There was no setup to these scenes that I can remember.
This sounds to me a lot like, I can't remember if it was Batman the Animated Series or if it was Justice League Animated, but there was a incident where I had to come up with these plans, like, what am I going to do, like, if any of these people, like, turn evil. And he had these plans on, like, how to defeat everyone.
Oh yeah, that was Batman.
And everybody had, like, these huge trust issues because they were like, bitch, what the fuck is your problem? We're cool, we're chill. but it sounds a lot like they're trying to do that, and like
No,
they just tried to make
no.
it specifically on Superman,
No, not at
and
all.
I don't think that's cool.
Not at all.
Okay, well,
Batman and Superman have fought many, many times in the comic books. And in most of the times that they fought, Batman did beat him. But then again, you'll find comic book geeks who say that Superman won most of the fights. I haven't actually seen specific fights that they're talking about. They do say that the fights between Batman and Superman where he won were all Elseworld comics, which are basically non-canon.
what is that one shit based on that graphic novel? Takes place in the future. Fuck. Where Batman has to train the new Robin. Forget it. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, Batman always wins.
I think you're talking about Batman. Fuck, what is it? Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond.
No, it's not. No. This isn't. No, it's not Batman Beyond. It was based on a graphic novel, and there's a movie, part 1 and part 2. Fuck. It's not. I'll research it.
Okay. Well.
I don't remember.
Moving on from.
Worth a watch though, if I could ever remember it.
Moving on from Batman versus. Well, no, not moving on yet. Let's see. Some other things that I had a problem with about the movie. And I will set a big reveal up after I comment on the things that I least liked about it. First off, Luthor in the movie was just a shit-talking douche. He was intelligent, but as far as everything goes, he was just a shit-talking douche. And that's not the full extent of Luthor. I don't think they used Luthor well at all. I think they really failed in casting.
I have an opinion.
I think they really failed in casting Luthor.
I have an opinion on that, and that is that I think that Luthor is kind of getting this fan base behind him, so he's so likable that maybe they were trying to pull away from that.
Well,
he is.
That is a very good point.
The thing about him is, one big aspect of Luthor is he's charismatic. He got elected president. You can't be elected president without being charismatic enough to be likable. So that was part of the character. That was part of his inherent genius. He could pull the wool over everybody in the world because he was not just the U.S. president. He was the world president. He was elected president of the entire world, basically. So
basically what's going to happen with me one day. But anyway.
So to that end, they really did a bad job of casting Luthor. Then, don't even start on the fact that Doomsday was not built on fucking Earth. He was not created on fucking Earth. He was created on Krypton. He floated through space. He fell to Earth, and that's how he got to Earth. He was not fucking made on Earth. He was made to survive the crazy desert on Krypton. He died thousands of times and came back. And that's what made him the monster that he is. Not Luthor taking some cells from fucking General Zod and making a Kryptonian human hybrid. That's not what happened. That's retarded. That is absolute retardation. Then, let's not forget the fact that the kryptonite that was used to beat Superman was the stuff that was made by Luthor, which his fake kryptonite did not actually weaken Kryptonians. Instead, it would strengthen them and make them pissed off. It would make them angry. So,
almost like roid rage.
worse than road rage. So the
No,
fact that-
roid rage. Oh.
Yeah, like roid rage, basically. So it made no fucking sense. Then the whole fight. You see these stupid fucking people, humans, trying to fucking launch a nuclear weapon at a creature that is getting more and more powerful as any kind of energy is offered to it. You see him growing bigger and fucking bigger and bigger and fucking bigger with every energy attack, with anything remotely remotely similar to a energy attack. You see them trying to use the kryptonite on him, and it just makes him bigger and more powerful and more angry. So it works on him like it's supposed to work on Superman, which is really weird. But anyways, so you see them toward the end. You already know what happens if you've watched the animated movie. Superman flies into space, gets control of Doomsday, and then flies back down to Earth, breaking both of their necks. Well, during that whole fight, the US president was contemplating sending nuclear fucking warheads at the motherfucking Doomsday. Seeing that he's getting bigger and bigger with every energy attack that's given to him. Like, it's just complete retardation and no forethinking whatsoever from the person who in the movie is supposed to be running the country. It's very
what the motherfucker should have done is had a fucking V8. Just saying.
Then there's the whole reason for Superman and Batman fighting. And that's literally just, your mom's got my mom's name. Why do you keep saying Martha? Why? Why? I'm Batman. You don't say Martha.
What the fuck?
No, I am Batman.
And then
You're Batman?
like it literally gets
I'm
solved.
Martha.
The fight literally comes to a conclusion because Superman's like, that's my mom's name. And then it's basically like a back and forth between them.
You're talking about Superman getting his ass whooped. Okay.
Yes. So it's basically
Now you're with it.
It's basically like a fucking back and forth between them, like, that's my mom's name. No, it's my mom's name. No, it's my mom's name.
So what they should have done is they should have collaborated to build a time machine. So they could have gone back and kicked each other's grandmother's asses for naming their moms that.
So, anyways.
Good thing you didn't kill Superman, though, because they probably would have got wrecked by Doomsday.
They definitely would have. Anyways, so moving on from
Batman's mom's name is Martha?
Yeah. Martha Wayne.
Like his real mom?
No, that's not his real mom.
Martha Wayne.
His real mother and father died back on their home planet.
Superman. Yes,
No,
Superman's real mom's name's not Martha.
No, that's her. That's her. That is her adoptive mom. No, it's his adoptive mom's name.
Oh, I was gonna say because his mom's real name's like something different.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I have no idea what his mom's name is. I don't know why I keep referring to Superman as a her either. Anyways, so that's the stuff that I did not like about Batman vs Superman. Moving on from that, there is the big reveal that in the Justice League, most likely it's going to center around Darkseid, because you see his there's this like premonition that Batman has, and you see Darkseid's like insect warrior demon things, and you also see Darkseid's symbol, the Omega symbol. So it does seem that the Justice League movies are going to center heavily around building up the roster.
Hey James, I'm gonna call you Goldberg from now on, okay?
Oh no!
Sure.
So it's gonna center around building up the roster.
I mean, that's a compliment.
And then
Oh, I know. I love Goldberg.
The second Justice League movie will center around Darkseid a lot more, it seems. Then let's see. Now Captain America, Civil
Now,
War.
hold on. One thing that I did want to add into that, I actually find it really, really cool that DC is finally firing back with making Justice League, because Marvel has gotten all the screen time with the Avengers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is nice, but it seems like it's going to be too little too late, and the people who are behind it aren't doing a good job at all. Like, Bryan Singer... No, wait, is Bryan Singer the one who's for Marvel or DC right now? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Anyways, Joss Whedon is the one behind DC, I believe, right? Whoever is doing the directing for DC is a super SJW, and it's really aggravating because they're not writing well at all. They're trying not to offend people at all, and it's becoming a genuine hindrance to their ability to write a good story. And it's you can tell that Batman vs. Superman was just rushed. Like, this whole story was rushed and put together without paying attention to the most minimal of details about the story. Like, you can, it really reads when you watch the movie. That's why if I'm ranking the movies, the recent team-up movies, I would say from worst to best, it goes Batman vs. Superman, Captain America Civil War, and Apocalypse. I'd say the last two are very close. The only reason why I might give Captain America Civil War the edge is it has more fighting scenes. The fighting scene in Apocalypse isn't to the very end, but it's got a very good story. The story backs it up 100%. Captain America Civil War has a fairly weak story, and the reasons for Tony Stark becoming like the government's puppet are it's not very tenuous. It's not very strengthened by the rest of the story. It's not strengthened by the character that they've built over the course of 5 movies so far. Or is it 6? I can't remember. But yeah, like it's so antithetical to who Tony Stark has been that it doesn't seem genuine. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem like it fits with the character that they've built. Like, I could buy Captain America becoming a puppet for the government before I would have bought Iron Man. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that.
then, like, you've seen for all of the movies that Captain America and Iron Man do not have the best of relationships. They do not really like each other. But their reasons for fighting and everything don't make sense. And their reasons for not trusting each other don't make sense. Like, as you go through the movie, you see a slow build toward a story that just seems forced. And then finally you see why everything happened and who the villain of the movie actually is, and it's Baron Zemo. Or Baron Zemo. I can't remember his name, but he's like one of the biggest villains as far as like the Avengers and not Iron Man, but Captain America, I believe. And so you see the reasons why it's revealed that Winter Soldier killed Tony Stark's parents while he was brainwashed. The final battle is super badass, but you just see, like, okay, basically it's made to look like the Winter Soldier killed the Black Panther's dad, and it's not found out until the end of the movie that he in fact didn't. So you see a lot of good fight scenes between Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and the Black Panther, and it's really cool to see on screen. Then by the end of the movie, you see the Black Panther growing up as a man, because until that point, he was ruled by anger, and that was something that his father was trying to teach him to stray away from if he was going to be the ruler of Wakanda. And so,
Yeah.
by the end of the movie, you see him talking to Baron Zemo, who's planning to kill himself. And he ends up stopping him. And he's like, there's been enough death. I believe he says something to the effect of, there's been enough death in this story. And then they cut back to this really amazing fight scene between the Winter Soldier, Captain America, and Iron Man. And they basically pretty much beat each other to almost death. They are all almost dead by the end of the fight. But Captain America pulls away the victory. And you see this defeated Tony Stark just crying out of frustration because he can't move. And like the scene before, you see that Captain America made a very hard decision, because he could have killed him. Like, he was fighting to not decapitate Tony Stark.
And we lost James.
Huh?
We lost James.
Oh. And instead...
He did say his phone was gonna die.
Yeah, this is taking way longer than it's supposed to.
Yeah. And instead, like... He just destroys the heart thing. And so... oh yeah, and so they introduce the two teams, which was really cool to see. You see Captain America's team, which consists of Falcon, Winter Soldier, Ant-Man. Who else?
Ant-Man. You lost me at Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, and there's somebody else on his team that I can't remember right now. Then on Iron Man's team, you see Iron Man, War Machine, Spider-Man, Black Panther, and... oh, Scarlet Witch is also on Captain America's team. And then there's Vision on Iron Man's team. So you see these heroes duking it out at an airport, and it's so cool. The fight scene is so amazing, so well choreographed. And a scene plucked right out of the comic books was introduced in that, and that is when Spider-Man steals Captain America's shield and uses it. Not very well, but he uses it.
But did he get webs all over it and stuff?
Yeah, he got webs on it. And it's like the Amazing Spider-Man webs, not the regular Spider-Man webs that were introduced in the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. No, these are the ones...
So do you think that, like... I have an inappropriate question.
What?
So, when Spider-Man pleasures himself, do you think webs come out then?
Ew.
No. The webs...
No?
The webs are actually in web canisters that are made... Like, he actually makes the webbing. There was never any webs actually in his body. That was something entirely made up by Sony, and that was only in the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire.
So
That was never in the comic books.
it should be.
But anyways, yeah. So that's my take on the most recently released superhero movies. So let's get into the new movies. So now we have some movie trailers to watch and commentate on. That the first one up is going to be Wonder Woman. And that will be set up shortly. Let's get that on screen. You guys can see it properly already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have been watching it the entire time. Yeah.
No.
She said no.
No. I just started paying attention now whenever you said I needed to. Sorry.
Okay, so we got that
I've been
ready
distracted by Mentos, now mints,
So yeah,
because they're the fresh maker.
let's play the clip and commentate on it as we feel like. Or we can wait till the end. I guess we ought to wait till the end, because otherwise we'll have to pause it. And we've already, like, I'm not even sure how long we've already gone, but it's at least been 20 minutes. And I only plan to do, like, 5.
You have been my greatest love. Be careful, Diana. I do not deserve you.
Have you never met a man before? But what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that explains the
Well, that's neat.
quietness.
I can't let you do this.
What I do is not up to you.
It's Etta Candy. I'm Steve Trevor's secretary.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Oh, well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Ladies, after you.
I do. I like her.
Okay, so any comments for that one?
You're not gonna get much out of me with movies.
Yo estoy retirado hace 12 años del correo de los Estados Unidos. Me dedico ahora a cuidar a mis nietos. La rutina en un día.
Well, I personally think...
They made her seem really badass.
Yeah, they really did. And she always was. I mean, this is the chick who beat Superman's ass in the comics on multiple occasions. Diana has fucked Superman up before. Like, completely. Like, it was like... She made Superman look like a pussy. I'm just gonna say. So, yeah.
That's not very hard to do.
I mean, she is a girl. Girls are way better than boys.
I disagree.
Of course you disagree, because you are a boy.
That's because there's this voice that comes from within your penis that tells you should disagree.
Well, not really. It's just like, in comics, women aren't very well represented. There's only a few super badass, like, chicks in comics, and they're mainly on Marvel's side. Like, there's not very many.
Storm, Jean Grey, yeah.
Yeah. Storm, Jean Grey, Scarlet Witch,
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost, Mystique,
Ooh, yeah.
Who else? There's a bunch of them. But yeah, like, on DC's side of things, they've got, like...
Gamora.
I didn't even think of that one, but yeah, Gamora. I was thinking
Gamora is my shit.
I was thinking Enchantress. Harley becomes pretty badass. Ivy has always been a badass, really.
Catwoman.
Catwoman, badass, yes. And that's just Batman, and mainly Rogue.
Yeah. Barbara Gordon.
Really, as far as female heroes for DC, all you really got is Captain Marvel, Mrs. Marvel,
Lady Thor.
Lady Thor was not really, like, another hero. That was Thor who got a curse from the not the Enchantress, Sophian, I forget her name. It's a weird name. That's a curse. That's what actually makes Lady Thor.
Black Cat.
Yeah, there's Black Cat. Let's see, who else? There's Banshee, but she's a rogue. Livewire, rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah, well, Rogue is Marvel.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Well, Wonder Woman, obviously.
Oh yeah, my bad. Robin, because Robin's a girl now.
What? There is no girl Robin. Since when is there a girl
Bullshit!
Robin?
Yes, there is. And the one I was talking about earlier, yeah, Robin's a girl now.
That's so stupid. That's almost as stupid as the girl Iron Man.
No, it's not. It's badass. You told the fuck on.
That is almost as stupid as the girl Iron Man.
No, it's not.
Okay, maybe not, because it's actually super racist, because they make the girl Iron Man...
She is a badass Robin.
Did you know what they did when they actually made fucking the girl Iron Man? They made her a black 15-year-old who just got into MIT, who stole all of the components to make an Iron Man suit. And then she flies off out of school. She flies off away from school and never returns. She decides to be a hero. At 15 years old, after stealing all of the equipment to make it. And she's black, so of course she has to be a thief.
So, I just got my information straight. The new Robin is Carrie Kelly in Batman Returns, and Carrie Kelly unearths Batman after he's retired, and she actually, her and Green Arrow like kick some major fucking ass, and they take down Superman. Batman, or The Dark Knight Returns. That's some good shit. The graphic novel is amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing that was lacking from Batman Returns, or The Dark Knight Returns, sorry, was in the graphic novel.
Supergirl.
There is.
How did I forget Supergirl?
Fuck Supergirl.
I'm sorry. I literally just remembered about Supergirl, and I was like, how did I possibly forget Supergirl?
The only thing missing from the movie Dark Knight Returns is the great, amazing internal dialogue that was done in the graphic novel, because you actually get to see Bruce like beating himself up because he's like, God, you're such an old man now, you can't do this anymore, can you? And he's like really got this internal struggle going on because he doesn't think he can do it. But of course he can, because I mean, he's fucking Batman. But also, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, spoiler: Alfred dies.
Well, Alfred's died a bunch of times.
Well, Alfred for real dies.
Yeah, Alfred died for real.
Sacrifices himself. Alfred sacrifices himself.
Like,
love you, Alfred.
But yeah.
But Carrie Kelly, that is Batman, or not Batman, Robin. His new Robin is a girl. So there's a badass.
Yeah.
Female.
I don't think Robin should have ever been a girl. That should have just gone back to being.
I think that if you see this, you will change your mind. She is not only is she a girl, but she's like a 13-year-old girl, and she is badass.
You see, I thought it was wrong when Damian Wayne, as a 12-year-old, was already Robin. So I don't think that's gonna help change.
Carrie Kelly.
And I liked Damian Wayne. I liked having a ruthless Robin for a little while. But I still thought it was wrong that at 12 years old he was already Robin. I didn't think that was right. So, without further ado, let's get into the Justice League Comic-Con trailer.
There is a stranger who comes to this village from the sea. He comes in the winter when people are hungry and brings fish. He comes on the king tide. That was last night.
Fucking Hogwarts.
Talk. I believe that an enemy is coming from far away. I'm looking for warriors. This stranger. Others like him. I'm building an alliance to defend us. It's very important that I see this man. Barry Allen. Bruce Wayne.
You said that like it explains why there's a total stranger sitting in the dark in my second favorite chair.
He said he'll fight with us?
More or less.
More or more less?
Probably more or less.
He said no.
He said no.
Look, man, I don't know who you are, but whoever you're looking for,
So you're fast.
that feels like an oversimplification.
I'm putting together a team. People with special abilities. You see, I believe enemies are coming.
Stop right there. I'm in.
I love this scene.
You are?
I really do.
Just like that?
Yeah, I need friends.
Great.
Can I keep this?
I heard about you. Didn't think you were real. I'm real when it's useful. out to fish.
That was such a dick move.
Exactly.
I wasn't very thrilled about that.
Well,
Disfruta de la grandeza del sándwich Montecristo
up to the real movie.
ahora por solo $3.99 en el mesón sándwiches.
Just like
the hell was that?
That was a stupid commercial. Just like the next
Ooh, I gotta chill.
Avengers movie is gonna be a two-parter.
You're gonna be doing this on your own pretty soon because my phone's about out too.
Shit.
We probably should have broken this down into like individual segments.
Well, I mean, I did not think I was gonna riff for like 20 minutes to a half an hour straight, as is. I think we already basically nearly got an hour in. I mean, we're pretty close. So we're gonna take care of this last trailer and then save the rest for Wednesday, or Thursday rather, because Thursday we're gonna be getting drunk and more.
You're gonna be getting drunk. I'm gonna be at the hospital, asshole.
Well, I'm going to be getting drunk and other things.
When you can't get drunk with everyone else.
Huh?
I said when you can't get drunk with everyone else.
Well, if you were here, you could.
I mean, I don't drink, so.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks
she's a good
for
kid.
you. Why don't you drink? How old are you?
I'm 20, but I don't drink.
And you shouldn't.
Yeah, because it's illegal.
I drink cherry Coke and then like I have to do this to it because then it pours out onto my where is it?
Okay.
It pours out onto my foot and then I'm like, what?
Okay, so
The wind blows it over.
let's get this last trailer done. I mean, we basically took care of what we were originally planning on doing, just watching the trailers, and now we have a full set list for the next day. But I mean, we can still look for some things because I still would like to get the videos from you guys.
Your homework is to watch. Your homework is to watch Dark Knight Returns, and don't even speak to me after this. David's gonna watch Dark Knight Returns because he thinks that Robin shouldn't be a girl.
Yeah.
There was a female Robin, but she ended up getting her shit rocked.
There's a female Robin now.
Yeah, I don't remember her exact name, but she ended up, I think dying from injuries.
No, she's not dead. It's Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly is who I'm talking about.
Okay, well.
The only female Robin I know of, I read in a DC Universe encyclopedia, and she ended up getting beat severely and died from injuries later on.
Then you also need to read the graphic novel or find Dark Knight Returns.
Like, there's literally every single character, even random ones you've never even thought of.
Well, if something happened and Christy Kelly's dead, then I don't know what the fuck happened. I know Alfred died. I don't think Christy died.
I don't even got the fucking encyclopedia on me. I just want to know her name. I forgot it.
Christy Kelly.
No,
it's the only female Robin I've ever heard of.
It was another name.
Oh, well, then it's fake and gay.
Okay, so.
I'm sure I could find out if I actually went and Googled it, but I'm too lazy.
Let's get this over with the Doctor Strange Comic-Con trailer. Well, the second one. I couldn't find the original, and this was the longest one I could find, so I figure longer's better than shorter.
You wouldn't know.
I fucking laugh, bro.
I kind of would know, I mean, remember.
Oh my god. Every time she laughs.
That laugh, though, what the fuck?
It's like.
It's like.
It doesn't even sound like that. You're over exaggerating.
Have you ever heard of the Little Munchkins?
Yes, yes. It sounds like every time before you laugh, you take a hit of fucking
Helium.
Yeah,
Helium.
Helium. You are a chipmunk. You are a chipmunk. I would love to see your cheeks stuffed full of nuts.
Ew!
I would love to see your cheeks stuffed full of nuts.
Who is that though?
Huh? Who is what?
Who is Alexiana or whatever?
That is Kimmy.
It's pronounced Alexiana.
Alexiana, whatever.
That's exactly how
There's no whatever.
That is how he said it.
It's pronounced Alexiana.
That's exactly
Alexi fucking Anna.
The way you say it is Alexiana.
It's not that hard, and if it's too hard, then just call me Kimmy.
I got something hard for you.
Oh my god.
I said Alexiana about 2 times already.
Anyways, is arguing about her name absolutely? What the fuck is absolutely?
It's the most interesting thing that's happened so far. So yes.
Wow, that laugh.
I hate movies.
I wonder what she would sound like if you were fucking her.
Ow,
Leave me alone! I hate you! Oh my god, it's so annoying.
If David was, I'm sure there would be a lot of laughing.
I accidentally punched myself in the nose.
Totally the same way that she laughs.
I would love to hear her like
having her ass sing the Yellow Brick Road.
What are we just talking about fucking doing the Batman and then like having her I don't even know. I really don't at this point.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Okay, I'm sorry.
That sounded like you said fuck.
I didn't! Shut up! Oh my god, you're annoying.
Why do you always end every word with like a
Because I'm frustrated.
Well, I know how to solve that frustration problem.
Shut up.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I mean, I don't have a frustration
I've solved your
problem.
frustration problems so many times in the past fairly well.
Moving on. We're supposed to be watching a trailer about something.
Yeah, we are.
Moving on.
Yeah, we are. But you've been wanting to talk about other shit for the past like 5 minutes, so.
So, how about that Doctor Strange?
Yeah,
Yeah, trailer.
Wait.
Back to the trailer, please.
I would like to play Doctor with Kimmy.
That's strange. All right. You can't because I'm the one with the stethoscope. So
I've got a stethoscope too, as well as some other surgical tools. I'd like to examine.
A stethoscope is not a surgical tool.
I was just saying in general some surgical
Read a book.
tools. I would like to examine her uvula though. I think it needs.
My uvula?
Yeah, I think someone.
Just stay away from her urethra. We'll try to get at your urethra.
I will stay away.
I don't want anyone near my urethra.
Your urethra?
Yeah, my urethra.
Your urethra.
Aww.
You know, I bet that's something that I bet a black chick would actually name her kid Urethra.
That's racist.
That's not racist. It's a fact that black people.
Just because it sounds black does not mean a black person would name their child that.
A black
I would be more prone to thinking that a Puerto Rican girl was.
A black person said it, so.
So?
That's exactly my point.
Stop being racist.
How is that?
It's actually
racist?
being stereotypical.
It's not being either.
And racist.
Like, have you heard the fucking names that black people come up with?
I've
Alexiana.
I've heard them. Yes.
Alexiana.
All of these are almost
a perfect example.
No, all of these are gone.
What are gone?
My name is actually a pretty name.
It's pretty, but it's pretty strange too. Now let's get to watching Doctor Strange. He knows strange.
Let's end this. This is misery.
You think you know how the world works? What if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to. Through the mystic arts, we harness energy and shape reality. We travel great distances in an instant.
How do I get from here to there?
How did you become a doctor?
Study and practice, years of it.
There's a strength to him.
But is he ready?
Be careful which path you travel down, Strange. Stronger men than you have lost their way. I am death. And pain. You'll die protecting this world.
I can't do this.
There is no other way.
I've spent so many years peering through time, looking for you.
What's this, my launcher?
The Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
Okay.
What the hell is that?
Oh wait, there's more?
So wait, there's more?
God damn it, they pushed back the date. It was supposed to come out in September. Now it's not coming out till November. And since watching this movie, or not this movie, but this fucking trailer,
Stephen
I
Strange.
can't wait that long.
Might I offer you some advice?
Really?
No.
Forget everything that you think you
This
know.
trailer has made me need this movie more than like its fucking self. I would live just to see this movie.
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole.
That's how important this movie is to me.
You've spent your life trying to widen it.
That's how I felt about Finding Dory and I didn't see it at all.
Your work.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. What?
That's how I felt about Finding Dory and I didn't get to see it at all.
Save the lives of thousands.
Tomorrow we'll watch it. I'll put it on for you.
No.
Why not?
I'm not ready yet. The anticipation is just so overwhelming and the excitement is like, whoa.
I will surprise you with it.
It's not a surprise now.
It will be.
Are you trying to say that I'm going to forget everything because I had so much sugar?
No. I'm just saying you're gonna forget.
That would have been accurate.
Between then and now, I meant to say now and then. What the fuck?
This has been a complete.
If I told you.
Okay, so yeah, we're finishing this and then.
I thought we just finished it.
No.
That reality is one of many.
Oh my god,
I don't believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of
my mom's
belief.
gonna die.
You wonder what I see in your future?
possibility.
Why are you doing this?
There are other ways to save lives. So much you don't know.
Teach me.
Yeah. This movie looks absolutely amazing. I would say that there's no recent superhero movie could ever possibly measure up to that. Nothing. That was completely incredible. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have to say that this podcast was a fairly good success for what we were trying to do. We stumbled a little bit, but I think all in all it came out fairly well. So, signing off for the night. Goodbye, audience. You guys gonna say goodbye as well, or am I the only one?
Adios, mi amigos.
Cool. She's in the bathroom, so we probably should have
Who's in the bathroom?
Kim. We should have probably taken a break. Like, this is a fairly long time to just be sitting and doing this. But I had nothing queued to be able to take a break, so we were just kind of stuck. The next one, we're gonna have a break. Is Kimmy back?
Yes, I am.
Well, we're signing off, sweetie. You want to sign off? Say goodbye to the audience.
Oh, bye.
Okay. We will see you again on Thursday. And I will be drunk as fuck. So, look forward to that one.